Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time, be sure to subscribe with the notification bell turned on and give this video a like if you find it to be helpful. So let me just adjust that. There we go. There's the camera. So the best foods that you should eat on the keto diet, I'm just going to say right now, is it's completely up to you. It varies from person to person. So the suggestions that I give are what work for me. So maybe some of the foods that I'm going to mention, you're going to say, wow, I've never eaten that, or I'm grossed out by that, or no, that doesn't work. Trust me. I've been losing weight, so anything I'm eating right now is definitely working, and I wouldn't lie, for sure. So I want to see all of you guys and girls out there. I want to see you all be able to lose weight and get healthy as well. So some go-tos for me: poultry, okay, right off the bat, any kind of form. Grilled chicken, chicken wings that are, fried but not breaded. Make sure if you're going to ever get wings, make sure they're not breaded. Or sometimes they're known as naked wings. Make sure you get it with no breading ever, especially not in the beginning. So turkey, any kind, again, nothing breaded. And also, any kinds of meat really is always going to be zero carb for the most part. Some of the processed stuff might have some carbs in it from, the preservatives and things of that nature. But cold cuts, like the turkey that you get at the, the deli counter at the supermarket or your local deli or delicatessen or whatever you want to call it, ask for anything sliced up. Be careful, though, with certain cold cuts. The nitrates in them can be pretty bad for you if consumed, too rapidly. I may do another video talking about the nitrates in the processed cold cuts and stuff like that. But basically, any meat, like seafood, anything that is not breaded, okay, anything that comes from an animal product is usually something that's okay to eat. But when it comes to carbs, when you're doing keto, you really want your carbohydrates to come from vegetables. So leafy greens are really, really good, like your lettuce, cabbage, spinach, escarole. You can have a little bit of tomatoes and stuff. They don't really recommend it because it's got some sugar in it. Cucumbers, most vegetables. I mean, if you go and do a quick Google search of vegetables to eat on keto diet, boom, it'll give you everything right there. I'm just kind of giving you like an outline, like a guideline of things that I eat. I tend to eat a lot of salads. I grew up eating salads. I come from an Italian family, and salad was always part of every meal. So was bread and pasta for the most part. Occasionally rice, but you always want to try and stick with the vegetables. If you want to slice up some grilled chicken or something, put that in a salad, make a grilled chicken Caesar, no croutons. And also I use a lot of dressings that are like the heavier dressings. The higher the fat count in the dressing, the better it is. But just make sure you're watching the sugars and make sure you're watching for the carbohydrates. Try and keep those as low as possible. And a little trick that if you want to do that, like let's say there are 5 servings in a bottle of dressing and it's 2 carbs per serving, right? Just do some multiplication real quick. 2 times 5 is 10. So for the entire bottle, that's 10 carbs. You know what I mean? Like try and you do that when you're reading labels. Always make sure you're reading labels. Like on this Gatorade Zero, it says there is 2.5 servings per container, and total carbohydrate is less than 1. So you could say like half a carb. So 2 times 5, really, if you want to just round up to 1, it's 2.5 carbs for the whole bottle. You know what I mean? So make sure you're educating yourself on that as well. That's a huge thing. So you can find foods that, you'd be surprised. Like, oh, wow, I didn't even know the carbs were that low in that. Maybe I can eat that. Always try and look for anything that has the lowest carbs possible. I will be making another video about how many carbs you should be consuming in a day, from the beginning when you start. And then as you continue, you can maybe eat a little bit more. But we'll get into that another time. But basically stick to the proteins. stick to, like the vegetables and whatnot, and anything with very high fat, like avocados are awesome. If you like guacamole, make homemade guacamole. I did that my first week. My girlfriend was blown away. It was like restaurant grade guacamole, and I made it by following a YouTube video, and I nailed it on the first try, and I was so blown away. I was like, wow, this was a lot easier to make than I thought. A little tedious, but relatively easy. It's just following a recipe, and that's another thing is, you start getting more into culinary arts, in your kitchen. You get into cooking a lot more, and you're more creative and productive. So it's great overall. That's why I like this keto thing, because of those reasons. But basically, in a nutshell, you can have some nuts too. As this channel goes on and on, I'll probably do more specific videos, like the best types of poultry to eat, the best types of meat to eat, or the best snacks and stuff. But like cashews and certain nuts, almonds, raw almonds are great too. Things like that to snack on, like a handful at a time. Anything that's going to hold you. But other than that, if you have any other questions about different types of foods to eat on the keto diet, leave them in the comments down below. And if I can't get to it, maybe somebody else can reply to you and whatnot. But I'll try my best to get to everybody. So on that note, if you enjoyed this video, kindly consider leaving a like down below. I'd greatly appreciate that. And also consider subscribing to the channel and tap that notification bell and select all videos so that you don't miss when I upload future videos. And on that note, that's going to be it for me. I appreciate all of you watching. Keep losing that weight, and we'll see you next time in the next video.